there, but why is being vulnerable, whether you're a coach or whether you're just somebody who's trying to improve their health, why is being vulnerable and honest with yourself and the people around you so important to that journey?
So I always say to people, everyone's got their different definition of vulnerability. But vulnerability, if we're speaking about coaches, is that if we are not, if we're always just in the teach mode, like, I got over this and this is what you should do, and here are the 5 ways you can do this, then our potential client doesn't identify with us. So if we're not vulnerable in the way that it feels right for us to show up, that person may have a tough time identifying with something that either we've gone through, because what we've either gone through or what we've witnessed or what we desire to see changed in the world really is what separates us from other people. Of
Mm.
course, it's the client journey and the signature system, which are our signature offers from free to paid. But if that coach isn't sharing, like, I wish I would have known this, that to me is that state of vulnerability. I tend to go very TMI because that is what my person, the secret keeper, the person who has like shame that he or she is not perfect. It tends to be a high overachiever mindset. Doesn't mean high performance, high achiever, high standards. Then that person's not going to identify with me. Furthermore, my ideal client, young child, I've worked with kids very young to 96 was my oldest client. They have a tendency to not trust
Mhm.
for myriad of different reasons. And so I knew, in knowing the type of person that I would potentially attract, it was vital, because where we've deviated is we think, oh, I'm going to show up on social media. It's like, no, actually, you mean you're showing up to have a connection with a human being in their human experience. So that's extremely important. The second part is for anyone listening who maybe is a client of yours or, on their journey, there's not been one thing that I've ever overcome where I didn't have to be brutally honest with myself about why I was doing it. And the why was I not doing the self-care if I even knew? Like, where did this stem from? What is the spider web? And where was this originally like rooted? What was the branch of this? And a lot of exercises that either have been taught to me and maybe I turned them into my own kind of like self-check
Mm.
questions that I ask myself. That has only been the way that I can rewire my brain and also come out of what I really think is that physical sickness that many of us have, because we are in such turmoil where we're not speaking up or we're not saying no. And so to get healthy, I feel that it requires a humility and a compassion for self to actually be able to get down to that really either sad or scary or angry moment where we have to be honest about how that was really impacting and be able to like make the change to who we actually want to be.